Oh, we're right into this here, and Kant going to be taken down extremely early into this one. And Nona is going to be having to fall back here a little bit as well, wait for the rest of the team to get themselves back in position. DCR1 and Kiyomi up on the other side, managing to pick themselves up a couple now, moving in for some kills. SunSister losing their support very early into this one, and now Machi answered back with the call. The point is now unlocked. It is fallen SunSister's way, but it looks like Machi should be able to push them off, just having superior hero pools left on the point here.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the numbers here, and SunSister, they got a little bit closer to capping it, but it's the full cap that you actually need, right? Now, this first team fight was actually quite even, but the one that got the most damage done during that was Nonez and Kant. So they're both going to have their ultimates ready. In fact, they've already got a nano boost ready to go with that. Bit of decision making there from SunSister, a little bit incorrect, but now they're committing ults into
sound barrier from both sides coming in there. A little bit of preemptive casting from me there before. Here comes the Dragon Blade. Needs to pick this kill up here in the back line and does indeed find it onto Night Owl. So big support going down there for the side of SunSister, but they are managing to find the support on the side of Machi themselves here. So it's going to be all on these frags, and XQQ coming in with a barrage there, picking up a double, doing huge work here on the fire. Self-destruct going to be on the point as well. Will it be able to find anything? Not at all. It is as XQQ takes No Talk out without his mech up there. SunSister keeping it alive just as Machi
during the next fight, he will constantly be in the right place with defense matrix every single time.
Oh, goes for the knockoff there, doesn't manage to land it on DCR1 there, gets put to sleep as well, so great sleep dart there coming in from Night Owl. Mollis getting taken down early on into this battle here. But look at this, SunSister coming up with another pair of kills. No Talk managing to get himself a trade here. Now Nonez with the sword out, looking to hack and slash up here onto Elu. Does find him and managing to take down the Night Owl as well. So both supports now down on the side of SunSister. But Odinkun flexing indeed up on the point, trying to keep this one alive here. SunSister forcing it into overtime as well.
Oh!
And no, he does manage to find the kill there as well onto DCR1. So that's going to be SunSister picking up the first.
Able to shut down the flankers. Nonez can't. Gonna have to be really careful around this boy.
But they do have Odinkun is going to be playing the hog this time, going to be trying to sit behind Zetman's shield there. And he does find that pick onto Nonez as well. Flashbang landing right there. Oh, and eats the shotgun there as well. It's going to be Kant falling down. SunSister looking in good control of this first exchange. And now they should be able to take Kiyomi down as well straight after this one.
And I think that would be a good idea to keep Kiyomi safe, because also, you've got to remember, there's no D.Va on SunSister this time.
Oh, but DCR1 getting a little bit too frisky there up in the back line, gets taken down. Nonez managing to find one early into that one. It's going to be the support as the Tactical Visor comes in, and it's going to be finishing off the last couple of players here. XQQ going to be falling as well. Kant should be able to pick up this kill onto Mollis, and indeed he does. And Machi picking themselves.
But SunSister using the speed boost just to run on the point. They're entrenched.
Nice positioning there coming up from the side of SunSister, not taking that fight when they're at the disadvantage, and it's showing right now as they pick themselves up 3. Now Nona is going to have to go big with this Dragon Blade. Again, all over Night Owl up in the back lines there. Can he find himself a Lucio? No, he can't. He's so elusive right here. XQQ as well managing to keep himself.
But no DPS ults, and that's what they need to take this comp down.
Yeah, and they're going to be walking into the 5 here on the side of SunSister. Deadeye going to be coming in. Nona is taking out Night Owl very early into this one. Finds the flashbang hit, but nothing with the Deadeye, so going to be quite disappointing there for the side of SunSister, as Mollis going to be hitting the Tactical Visor now. Gets booped straight out the window, so again, manages to pick up a pair there, but Kant just going on an absolute ripper up here in the back lines, just tearing apart the side of SunSister. XQQ managing to make himself back onto the point, but with no one else left alive, Machi going to be picking themselves up a cap here as well.
We'll see how they approach it.
Well, they're right back into this one. Going to be Nonez going to be hitting the Dragon Blade to start us off. There's a big boop. Is anyone going to be dying? He does manage to find the kill onto Zetman, so that should be all that they need here, Machi, for them to pick up this cap back off the side of SunSister now, as they are dropping very, very quickly. SunSister getting to the overtime, but now Machi in control.
So what I believe happened there, just you know, as we were talking, was SunSister sprinted onto the point and actually capped it right. Now, that does buy a few crucial seconds, but now SunSister actually have to win a fight to win the game here. If Kant gets a kill here, that's going to be huge. But SunSister, they just need to win one more.
Pulse Bomb finds nothing here. DCR1 going extremely primal raging over there in the corner and getting a lot of work done with that. It's going to be the boot from Rescue to actually pick this one up. Mollis finding that kill onto the Zenyatta there. And now it's going to be XQQ switching up to the Tracer, getting a lot of work done here as well onto Kiyomi in the back lines. But look at this, Machi still managing to push all these SunSister players back off here. And I don't think that they're going to be able to recap this one here. Not at all. They're getting extremely close, but these Machi players are out in force, keeping it alive there. They are in control as well. Overtime ticking down. Who on the side of SunSister can get back onto this one? And in literally a millisecond there, that's all was needed to keep it alive. So 3 tank set up there from Machi as well, making that quick change to the for the Diva there. It's going to be Kant playing him there, but Nonez going to be opening this one up onto Mollis. DCR1 flexing, finding himself a kill there onto the Lucio as well. Now Machi looking so aggressive here at the start. XQQ going to have no one to help him out here. Can they find that delayed kill onto him? He's actually just going to suicide himself off the edge just to not make this one take a little bit too longer. And Machi going to be picking up the first cap here.
And a lot of that comes from two things, right? The sleep onto... literally has to charge onto the point to keep them in this. Are they even going to make it? They're not even there yet. No, okay, they do get into overtime, but is it going to be enough?
Graviton Surge coming in right now. Do they have the damage, though, to find any kills in between? Zetman will find one. It's going to be XQQ picking up another, but the counter Graviton Surge from No Talk and the Blade coming out now from Nonez. These two are just cleaning up the side of SunSister and their hopes of winning map number 3 as well. It's going to be just Mollis trying to keep this alive with the mech there. Nothing can be found. Overtime ticking down, and Machi picked themselves up their second map here, leading the series 2-1.
And that was
going to be running the Zenyatta again. That worked out extremely well for Machi last time. Kant right up in the front lines here, but the hook comes in there onto DCR1, and Odinkun going to be opening this one up. Now Kant up in the back lines. It's going to be the double kill there for Restia, just getting boops for days, knocking 2 off the map here, and Machi should be able to get this first cap very cleanly. Odinkun picking up a pair there, but it's not going to be enough.
doesn't matter, right? I mean, Machi, once more, they're punishing how dangerous it is to run this way.
Watch out for Restia. He's trying to put some more to bed. Doesn't really find anything there, but it's going to be Nonez. Got the Dragon Blade. Gets exploded, though, by the Helix Rocket coming in from Mollis. Now Kant is going to need to go big right here and take these SunSister players down. Looking for the Discord Orb target. Does manage to pick up one there, Kiyomi, to finish him off. But SunSister are finding many kills of themselves here. There's quite a neck-and-neck fight now, but Mollis looking to clean it up, and indeed he does with the broomstick.
And this time, Machi, DCR1, he has his Primal Rage. He needs to use it before he gets hooked, though.
Oh, Transcendence coming in now as well. XQQ going for that counter Deadeye. Can he find anything? He does find a double there, but it was the double Pulse Bomb from Kant as well to pick up a couple of these SunSister players, and Kant now picking himself up a third. Mollis still going to work up here.
Balcony.
Out on the balcony. It's all going to be on Mollis. He should drop as well, and indeed he does. Machi answer back and cap the point.
Ultimates, both DCR1 and Kiyomi. No tactical visor is huge right now. Primal Rage as well allows them to take the balcony route.
Well, Zetman come in, dropping the hammer there. Unsure about how much he found with it, but the tac visor again with the nano boost from Mollis picking himself up a double. Kant still needs to be dealt with. They still haven't found him just yet, but Mollis wiping up the rest of his team. It doesn't really matter. A lone Tracer surely can't do this on her own. SunSister now back in control.
The question now we've got to ask is, did SunSister use too much to get that point? They got it quite handily and with few casualties as well, but what ults do they have left? Deadeye is a pretty good one, but once again, it's very easy to hide behind that. They don't have nanoboost, they don't have tactical visor, and they don't have a Roadhog.
Oh, not when Kiyomi will take him down like that. Mollis dropping extremely low. He's taken out of this one as well, and Kiyomi just going to work up here, trying to find XQQ up in the back line. He's going to have DCR1 here to back him up as well. They don't need to even finish these ones off. It's going to be Kant to do the work for them. And now Machi get themselves the recap there, saving the overtime, and with 99% themselves in just a split second here. This is neck and neck on map number 4, and they're just going to get it there. No one's going to be able to even keep it alive for the side of SunSister and Machi. The high ground here.
Yeah, 3 members up to commit against the soldier. XQQ is going to have to jump down, if not outright die here.
And indeed they find him, and this is going to be the opening that Machi were looking for. Managing to read SunSister like an open book there. Now, Kiyomi actually up on the high ground, so we'll get a lot of free time up here to do good damage for the side of Machi. Keeping your Zenyatta alive this easily is exactly what you want. And SunSister players dropping like flies here. Kiyomi finishing this one up, and that's going to be an easy first cap there for Machi.
And let's not forget as well, SunSister had basically 0 vertical mobility, so once they lost the high ground, they had no way of contesting it. Now, losing XQQ at the very start of that was that. They're going to come up with 5 ultimates right now, and Kant almost sure to get his ult during the next fight. This payload is sure to go right into the 3rd checkpoint here. Expect Machi to go incredibly aggressive and maybe swap up the comp if they lose this fight, but are they going to lose this fight?
Probably not with that aggressiveness you were just talking about, as they push all the way back to the spawn here of SunSister. Pick here, and they are getting absolutely walked over right now by the likes of Machi.
6 ults, and they still are holding them at the spawn.
Well, they're not even worried here. Pulse Bomb as well for Kant, already back up again. There comes the Sound Barrier. The Dragon Blade coming in from Nonez. Does manage to find the kill on XQQ just in the nick of time there. Picked up Mollis as well as counterpart Genji. Now Kant going to be all over Elu here. Almost gets booped off the edge. Very quick recall to keep himself alive here. And Machi approaching the point extremely quickly. 3.9 meters to go. Self-destruct now coming in. Manages to pick up a double. Odinkun. This is going to be the clutch
Both
that
healers.
SunSister need as well. Picks himself up a third there, but Nunez is having none of that. And he's all over this. Mollis going to be making his way back to the point. These players are just trickling in here from the side of SunSister. Can they keep this up alive? 1.75 meters left to go. Nunez still says no, as well as he just cleans up the last of these players. The Winston drops down in the likes of Zetman. They pick up XQQ, and that's going to be all she wrote there. Machi all the way to the end with 4 minutes 28 left on the clock.
Where you can charge to get there very, very quickly.
He's a very fast
Six
big
ults.
man there. Here comes the nano boost right onto the whole hog here from Kant, looking to push XQQ up into the corner. The counter sound barrier coming out. Now the Graviton surge from Odinkun. This is going to be it for SunSister. Deadeye coming in from XQQ, but is it enough there as that self-destruct from the side of Machi picks up a pair? But it's going to be SunSister slowly edging this fight out now. The brawl working out extremely well for them in the counterplay. Very, very good there. Zetman all over the point there trying to find himself a diva. But can the rest of these SunSister players get themselves back onto this one? Yes, they can, and they will be able to take this first cap. Machi going to have to reposition themselves on the streets phase, or will they be able to recommit into this?
Oh, they're going to try and recommit, but this is with a big numbers disadvantage.
Well, they are going to go in. Are they going to feed a lot of ultimate charge, or is it going to be the biggest play of their lives right now? Zetman picking up the first kill there. Can finding XQQ there on the Tracer. Zetman now eating the biotic grenade. Is there any damage to follow up on him? Nice charge there from Zetman to finish Kant off as well. There's going to be nothing here left for the side of Machi. They do feed a little bit.
Just sitting really far back, but SunSister, they're actually pushing the payload here. They've got to challenge it.
Well, Nano Boost coming in onto the Mei as gets taken into the sleep there very quickly. And is there any damage here for the side of SunSister? There is a charged up Zarya, Graviton Surge being dropped there, but it's only going to find themselves a Lucio. But still SunSister finding themselves the kills when things looked extremely messy there. Machi still don't know how to deal with this and get destroyed there. And now we're on to point number 3.
So XQQ has to find the picks, so does Mollis. SunSister are in dire situation.
And there's that Graviton Surge coming in, but Kiyomi's not in that. Should be able to keep a lot of these players
They
alive,
get it.
but he can't. And SunSister pick themselves up a pair. Now Nunez
Nunez.
getting ready for a huge tactical visor. Kiyomi needs to get this nano boost onto him. Going to be no talk falling down here as well. XQQ picking himself up another pick here. Hanzo going to work right now. Now he's got himself control of the high ground, looking to scatter shot the Diva out of this one. But will they have enough time? They can't even touch the point. They are going to do it. Oh no, if they do manage to get right there, Kant flying in just in the nick of time.
Nunez got shut down.
And there comes the Earth Shatter. Counter Earth Shatter now coming through. Nano Boost now as well. SunSister out of nowhere. Dragon Strike coming through here as well. It's all onto Kant to keep it alive. 1.5 meters. And somehow SunSister with no time left at all equalize. It's not live on the server that they're playing on. XQQ actually going with the Junkrat and committing to it here. So SunSister keeping things very interesting indeed. Going to be hard to catch an extremely quick Tracer now who's got control of the high ground there. They don't find the kill as well, so now Kant going to be able to deal with Odinkun as he's got the rest of Machi helping him secure this high ground. And SunSister, they're making the same mistake on their from the first.
But
defense.
look at how they have to play right. They have to sit on the point. They have to have Mollis and Zetman just sitting there on Roadhog and Reinhardt. They can't leave the point because we're about to find out what happens when they leave.
And indeed, it's just going to be Machi though, since they have that full control of the high ground, just cleaning this one out extremely simply, picking up the first point with no casualties.
Pretty heavily on EMP. It's so quick to charge for Sombra. You need to go in during those windows where they don't actually have EMP, because look at that, there it is once more.
There it comes now, tactical visor from Kiyomi, should be able to clean up with this one. Nice little repositioning there coming out from a couple of these SunSister players as they pick themselves up a pair. But now Machi going to be able to answer back on this one. Kiyomi still very uncontested up on the high ground here.
3 seconds.
Elu going to be taken as well. And I mean, this last fight from SunSister doesn't even look like they wanted to cap this point. Very much, I don't even feel like they wanted it as much as Machi wanted to hold that one down. Up on a high ground himself, and I feel like this is going to work out very well for them. Kant's shown time and time again he's a very reliable tracer, very good. Oh, and they already just go straight onto the point there. And now look, they do opt for that high ground control there. Even trades coming out as we begin the bit of the brawl going on up here in the high ground. Nunez easily able to have support there, and the cap comes in. It's gonna be no talk having none of this right here and just capping this one out almost by himself, and that's gonna be that.
That's just the reality of